Dance into history with me. I'm Arialle Kennedy Smith, the dance instructor shining light on Black excellence in Spartanburg. Join me in creating Black History series at Chapman Culture Center as we explore the beauty of dance, culture, and the rhythm of our community. Don't miss a beat. Many would say that I began dancing in my mother's womb. I remember asking my mom about what it was like being pregnant with me, and she said that I would kick her nonstop. And so fast forward to the age of 10, I expressed an interest in dance after dancing at church. I had my beginning years at Converse College in the pre-college program, and later I transitioned to Ballet Spartanburg. I began training in ballet, in jazz, in tap, and modern. I went on to do summer programs at the Governor's School, North Carolina Dance Theater, as well as Arialle American Dance Theater at the Arialle School as a fellowship student. From the time that I began dancing, I knew that I wanted to dance and I wanted to share the gift of just movement. Telling a story through my body was something that I absolutely enjoyed, so much so that I decided to be a professional dancer. After doing the professional training at Arialle, I decided to embark upon my audition. I auditioned for Broadways, I auditioned for cruise lines, and I finally landed a job with Emmy Award-winning RWS Cruise Line, where I was able to tour with Holland America. I was able to travel to the Caribbean, to Europe, as well as in Canada, and then locally as well. And after I finished dancing, I decided that I wanted to share my gift and my love to my local community. And that is when I created ABK Dance Studio. ABK Dance Studio caters to dancers from ages 3 to 18. We specialize in ballet, jazz, tap, hip hop, and tumbling. And I believe that every child should have that same beginning, that same desire that I had, where I wanted to share the gift of dance. I believe that every child should have the opportunity. So I decided to begin my own. Living in Spartanburg has definitely influenced or has supported my decision as an entrepreneur. I have received a lot of support from our community, which I'm very thankful for. It is not easy beginning a dance studio, and I have been connected to different resources. I've been able to connect to different people and mentors within our community, as well as just having the overall support of our community. They come to our shows. We have sold out shows here at Chapman Culture Center, and I'm very thankful. I have been told that, it would be great to have this dance studio in other parts of our state, but I know that Spartanburg is where we're supposed to be, because Spartanburg is where we get a lot of support, and I'm very, very thankful for that. I believe that the arts, particularly dance, is an integral part of education, because it was an integral part of my education. I began dancing at the age of 10. And when I began dancing, I was an average student. As soon as I began studying ballet, jazz, and all various kinds of dance forms, my academics changed. And I believe that because I began studying ballet, my grades had improved drastically. I went from being an average student to an honor student. I went from making average C's to making A's and B's, and also being in high level classes. And so I believe that it is important to foster the arts in our community, especially for children who might have different learning abilities. And I discovered earlier on that one of my learning styles was through movement, music, and dance. And so I believe that it is important to support the arts, because when you're supporting the arts, you're also supporting education. One of the ways that I've been able to create opportunities for others through the area of dance is by providing quality training. And I believe that having a good foundation in dance can open the door for you. I believe that because I had a great foundation in dance, it opened the door for me to have some of the most amazing and prestigious experiences, like the one that I had at Arialle and at the Governor's School. I have since been able to create and to share that same kind of opportunity with my students. Some of my students have been able to perform at weddings. We've been able to perform at community events. I've had a student who recently became a Brown Girls Do Ballet ambassador. She also went to do a Juilliard program for a summer series. I have students that are also looking to audition for the governor's school. The possibilities are endless. I believe that dance not only affords my students the opportunities to transition in the area of dance, but I've also had students to transition into becoming doctors. I have some that have a desire to go into marketing. Whatever field that they go into, they have been instilled a spirit of excellence, and I believe that dance has allowed for them to do that. Dance has always been a part of Black history and has always been a part of our culture. And when you think about it, before you learn to read and write, you learn how to dance and sing. Everything that we understand, from hip hop to tap to modern dance, all had its beginning and can root back to Black culture. I often teach my kids how African dance can also help them with their rhythms and tap, which can also help them feel the groundedness in hip hop. Hip hop is something that many people, whether you're Black, white, Hispanic, and everything in between, everyone enjoys hip hop culture, and many people enjoy doing various kinds of styles, such as tap. Tap, for example, came from an Irish jig and African dance called a juba. And so, as you can see, dance has always been an integral part, not only of Black dance culture, but Black dance culture in and of itself. And I believe that it's important to foster and to support Black dance, because to not support Black dance is to not support culture. One thing that I would encourage an aspiring dancer who would like to either dance professionally or even teach is to get a great foundation. It is important that you have great dance training. It's important that you have great mentors. And it's important to understand that it takes 8 to 10 years to make a professional dancer. So time, patience, tenacity, consistency is key, as well as maintaining a good reputation. It doesn't matter if they're talented. If you don't have the character to sustain you, you will not last long in this industry. It's also a great idea to have someone who has a business mind. If you're thinking about opening up your own dance studio, if business is not your strong suit, it's important that you have someone on your team who understands the business of dance as well as marketing. And then you also have to like kids. If it's something that you're not passionate about, it's something that you will not be sustained in. So it is important that if you want to dance and if you want to have a business, that you are passionate about it, because that passion will carry you through the rainy days. And believe me, there will be rainy days. Inclusivity and diversity in the arts has always been a conversation that we are still unfortunately having to this day, down to having skin tone shoes, skin tone plush tights, embracing our natural hair. These are conversations that we are still having. Unfortunately, many people assume that when you dance, if you're Black, that you can only do one dance style and that you only have one look. But as a Black people, we come in various shapes and sizes. We come in various kinds of personalities and characteristics. And I believe that a ballet such as Black Swan, where you have, I saw a beautiful photo where Dance Theater of Harlem had featured 4 Black dancers in the white swan dance. Just understanding that there are different kinds of people that can fulfill the role. If they can fulfill the texture, if they can fulfill the technique, then their skin color should not matter to create an overall aesthetic or picture. I believe that it is important to foster diversity in the dance world, because I was that young kid that needed to see a Black dancer on stage. I wanted to see a dancer that looked like me. I wanted to see a dancer that had the same body type as me, whether that was muscular or skinny or tall or short. I believe that it's important that children see themselves on that stage, because that allows for them to imagine themselves there as well. If they do not see themselves in the spaces that you're creating for them to learn in, then it is hard for them to expand their mind and imagine themselves being successful there. So I believe that it is important that if we are to push the next generation of dancers forward, and if we are to push diversity forward, we need to display dancers that look like us in different shapes, shades, and sizes on stage in order to really and truly foster that. The way that I hope to create Black history in the area of the arts is by continuing to push the needle forward. I would like to continue to foster not only excellence, but Black excellence in our community. I believe that our people, our dancers, our artists, we have some of the most amazing talent here in Spartanburg and in South Carolina. And I believe that it is important that as an artist that I continue to encourage and inspire the next generation of artists to not only move the needle forward, but to run and to continue to inspire the next generation that will be coming after them. I hope that in my journey, as I journey to become a dancer and an artist, that I inspire the next generation of artists, and I hope that my ceiling becomes their floor. I believe that the best way to create Black history is also not to gatekeep. So my desire is that I'll be able to share all the life lessons, all the things that I've learned, all the things that I've gone through, and in hopes that it will inspire those who are coming after me to not only move forward, but to continue to run the race.